I'm Amy.
I'm Wendell.
And I'm Patrick.
And
This is
Yes,
But Why?
Podcast.
I did Germany for a minute. It was fun. It was an exchange program.
Where were you?
I was in Bavaria, in a little town called Amberg. And, well, it was like, we started off in Vienna, we spent the first week in Vienna, and then we went to Amberg, and then we had a day trip to the Czech Republic, which is really cool. And then I went to Dresden to go see, I went and saw the Magic Flute at this, like, 1,000-year-old opera house or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, it was so great. Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, no, it was one of those things too. I kind of hate that I did it at an age where like my main concern was getting to drink at the age of 17. German. That was because taking German was the only class that you actually got to go on a trip if you got to level 3, and level 3 like it's an improv class. But yeah, once you got to German 3, that was you could go to Germany. So, and the second Lufthansa leaves the ground, it's German law, so I got to start drinking immediately. And,
fun.
Yeah. And luckily for me, I was seated behind my teacher, so I was always aware of where he was in relation to it, because we were not allowed to drink.
Of course.
Like, I think our principal said, it's like, when the German kids come here, they follow our rules. When you guys go there, you follow our rules. And I did not a lot, but luckily some of the culture stuck, so it was kind of like I did actually enjoy the museums, and it's like we had to do that day trip to Dachau one day, and like that's a real sobering moment. Sure. Just in any way. Like it's one of those things to see a bunch of 17-year-old little dickhead kids walking around this place and actually being reverent to the whole fact. It's like that's how intense that is. But yeah, no, I
didn't even cut through little 17-year-old assholes.
Yeah.
Two problems.
Yeah, whatever. I'm the most important thing in my world.
When I was 19, we went to, so I'm in college, and then the sophomore year of my college, there's a Rome program. So we have my school has a campus in Rome. So they divide the class, because it's a very small school. They divide the class into 2 halves, and then one goes in the fall and one goes in the spring. Uh-huh. And so I went in the spring, and as well as being in Rome, they also take us to a few other spots and then give us time to travel on our own. So 100%, of course, we went to Amsterdam.
Right. For sure.
And but we were like, guys, we can't just smoke weed and drink all the time. We've got to go to the Anne Frank house. It's important. So we all go to the Anne Frank house, and it was terrible. And I don't mean it's terrible because it's super sad. Yeah. But then also they have this thing as you walk in, that's essentially like, do you not know anything about where you are right now? Here's a quick computer tutorial that you can click through that kind of gives you the overview. You didn't read the book, right? So here you go. Swing through a couple of the deets and what you're going to glance at as you swing up those tiny stairs. And we are, of course, stoned, because we were stoned the entire time when we were there. And it was 1998, so the Spice Girls were at the height of their popularity. And we are clicking on the thing, and we get to this one part where one of the gals in the book, somebody, I don't remember her name, Anne talks about an older woman who inspired her or whatever and taught her some things. And so you click on this thing for her to tell you, a woman did a voiceover of I think Anne is whatever. Uh-huh. And she says, Anne was a spicy, spicy girl. And we all started laughing so hard. There's 6 of us laughing so hard. And then all of a sudden everyone's like, how dare you? What are you doing?
Americans.
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah. So I left. I was just listen, I can't. No. We've just offended everyone. I'm not going to go upstairs and then giggle some more about, how she's a spicy, spicy girl. Because we were like, which spice? Scary Spice or Baby Spice?
Scary Spice, of course.
Oh my God. And we just so me and 2 or 3 other people left, and the rest of them were like, how dare you? We're going. And I was like, I'll see you later. I can't. No.
I'll be in the coffee shop.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And we're probably the reason why they don't let tourists smoke weed there anymore. So, you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shut it down for everybody.
Yeah, that you were kind and all you did was have some lager in Germany and I just screwed up the Anfranca. So Europe is hard.
I did buy absinthe too. That was like the other thing. Like I was like,
Oh, like for real absinthe?
yes, because I heard it was legal there, so I was like, okay, cool. And then I get there and I find out that it is not, in fact, legal in Germany. There is you can buy absinthe, but it's just like a licorice, like
they
almost
sell
like
here?
Pernod or something. Yeah. And because I asked my German partner, I was like, hey, can we go? I just need to pick up some absinthe. And she's like, oh yeah, let's go to the grocery store. So we went to the grocery store, and I was just like looking through it, and I'm just like looking at the ingredients, and I'm like, so this is for real with the wormwood and everything. And she was like, what? No, that'll make you go blind. And I was just like, okay, cool, but what? Why? That's not this though. Where can we go get that? And
I'd like to go blind.
Yeah, she refused to to find any or anything. So she's also a high school kid, so like this.
She probably didn't really know.
Super responsible person. So I ended up in the Czech Republic just breaking off from the group and just going to like the seediest looking bars, like underground places that I could find, and I found a place that sold me a really dusty old real bottle of absinthe, and it
now
was
you're no
awesome.
more dasses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's the story of how he got
They
it.
used to call me Hawkeye. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't.
Someday
one day.
you'll get He wants that
I
nickname
wish
so
I had
bad.
that nickname.
Oh my god,
You
so
can't
many
ask-
times.
You can't ask the world for a nickname.
You can't make your own nickname. is the
You
thing.
can't.
You just can't. So
We can't.
we're gonna have to
We
find
can
a
start
new
it.
one.
We can do it.
That's what I was saying. If
It's
I
been on the podcast like 6 times. Everyone knows he did it himself.
can we just change it now on the
Oh,
website?
you want me
too?
to go edit it? Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, the intro thing. Hey, I'm Amy. I'm Patrick, and I'm Hawkeye.
I will allow that if you can get Alan Alda to do that part for you.
I bet I could.
Okay.
He seems like a nice guy.
The actual Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I know you mean comic book or whatever, but in my mind, Hawkeye is just
Always,
Alan
yeah,
Alda from
yeah.
MASH. That's it. There's no other one, like,
That's
whatever.
the
I guess
beauty.
some guy is an archer in a comic book.
That's the beauty of that nickname, though, is it's universally applicable. It could just be the coolest dude in the Korean War, or a badass with a bow and arrow.
Yeah,
So
it's a good name.
It's malleable.
It's a solid.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the best name for a guy with glasses.
I don't want to get LASIK. So Tammy, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes.
Have you ever done the Europe thing? Have you ever gone?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a couple times. Most recently, I was there for my 40th birthday. I did a big long trip, and I was in Portugal, and Spain, and Morocco, and Ireland, and it was delightful.
That's
Sounds
so
like
great.
awesome. Yeah.
Did you take like tour buses, or were you just like, do you travel on your own?
I spent every penny that I have and did it as flouncy and dandy as I possibly could. So I was like hiring cars, taking cabs everywhere. I don't think I took public transportation once. I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. It's my 40th friggin' birthday.
Yeah.
This isn't like backpacking. When I first went and backpacked, like when I was 20 or whatever, it was like every place that I stayed was 30 minutes outside of town because I wanted to save the like $5 on the hostel.
Yeah.
I'd have to take 5 buses to get out there. It was in the middle of winter. It's freezing cold. I'm from the south, so I don't know how to dress in the cold. So I'm just like in a like paper mache jacket, you know. Paper mache is not what I meant, but you know what I mean.
I love the visual.
Yeah.
It's much
paper
better.
mache.
I like
paper
it.
mache.
Just past the poncho. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was great.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Man, that's super wild. How did you? So you were? I am listening to all the places that you were. They seem sort of like southwestish in the old block of Europe, and then Ireland.
Yep.
You just popped up there. Did you take
Popped
like a
up there.
plane, or did
Took
you
a
like
plane.
swing through France?
Nope, took a plane.
Okay.
Took a weird little, it's Ryanair, where they keep the lights on real bright and sell you shit through the whole flight. But it's only like, $40 to fly. So it's like, it's horrible, but it's like, it's $40. So you just have to have a good attitude going into it.
Is it like when you go to one of those timeshare meetings, but they give you a free vacation?
Yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
Okay.
Totally felt the same way.
Huh.
Like every 5 minutes they'd be coming through being like, perfume? Does anybody want to buy perfume?
Whoa.
We've got all this perfume you could buy. So just to give a little pitch about it.
It's a little flying.
Was it at least
ball.
duty free?
I would imagine so.
I mean, it's hard to know if the sky is international waters or
I
whatever.
think it's international sky.
Like how that works. Like if you're in a boat, then you can whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, laws stop at like a certain altitude.
You think?
Yeah,
I bet.
yeah, no, like laws can't breathe that high.
Don't tell me that. I'm going to be in a plane so soon. I'm going to be all like, guys, did you know that laws don't count?
They just walk around.
What
like,
would you do?
I don't know. I don't know. You're right. I have no.
You're like,
I'd yell
like
like,
be a criminal, but
give me your wallet, guy sitting next to me for the next 3 hours.
Right.
Ha!
Got it.
Yeah, it's like, what am I gonna? I can't.
air
Bring,
pirate?
I can't bring a gun. You know.
Yeah.
And they're like, give me 3 glasses of Chardonnay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I would do. There's literally no like.
It's not a crime.
I don't have a
itching to
crime.
do.
There's no
I
crimes.
know, me neither.
Yeah, I don't know how I would be a criminal.
the sky does not extradite you.
Well, I mean, I suppose as a group, if I was a real jerk, they could like pop that window and just toss me out, right?
Yeah.
They're all
Like
like,
gravity bring you to the law.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be nice this time because karmically I need to get some good points going in the air because for Christmas, Chris and I are bringing the baby to Boston, so we are taking a long flight. Thankfully, just one. Not we don't have a layover anywhere, thank God. But it's like a direct flight to Boston, and so I don't know how it's going to go. I really don't. I mean, he's generally the easiest going baby in the whole wide world and makes very little noise and doesn't really... I mean, he's been in the theater during shows where nobody knew he was there. Like, so there's not like...
the podcast with him. So.
Yeah, he was podcasted a number of times where he's been there. Like, he doesn't really make that much noise. And also he talks to himself when I'm around, but when other people are around, it's almost like he's just sort of tight-lipped, like, hey, I don't need to say anything. What are you guys doing over there? So I'm wondering if he's either going to be the joy of the flight and everyone on the plane is going to be all like, I always hated babies, but now I love them. Or he's immediately just going to start crying and then the whole rest of the flight, me and my husband have to be like,
Sorry.
I don't know which one of us will have to do that. Probably me, because he'll get mad. How dare you be mad? How dare you be mad? But
I mean,
I
the
think
ears
how
start
dare you be
popping.
mad, but
Yeah.
well, they say that that's the biggest problem.
Yeah,
is
because like I get misty-eyed when that happens.
Yeah, it happened to me in the ride. Like all of a sudden, my sinuses started to hurt, and I was like, "Oh God, if this hurts me, and I'm like, this is painful. This child who like doesn't understand life is going to be not happy about it." So, so I'm trying to shore up the goody points.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything
Smart.
too bad.
Yeah.
So you've taken other trips recently. I feel like I'm always sort of Instagram stalking you, and you took a couple of trips to, was it South America?
Last year I was in Colombia for a little while. That was lovely. You want the hot take secret most recent trip?
Sure.
That was not on Instagram.
Oh, yes.
I flew into Mexico City on the anniversary of the huge earthquake that happened in 1985 that killed tens of thousands of people. Flew on the anniversary of that 3 hours before the other earthquake that happened. So I was in a 7.1 fucking nightmare and stayed in Mexico City for the next 28 hours before I could get a flight the fuck out, and didn't really feel like Instagramming that one because straight up PTSD.
Yeah.
I've never had anything like that before. Like, I was just like adrenaline pumping, terrified for 28 hours. And then for like the next 2 weeks, my body was like trying to adjust to like not having adrenaline pumping all the time. So I'd be like just normally just sitting around here, and like every now and then a truck goes by down St. Cloud Avenue, and it kind of like rattles everything. And I'd be like, oh God, I'm not even thinking about what's going on, but I'd like panic attack and like throw up, cry, and just like crazy. It was bizarre. It was the most intense, scariest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. So I decided I was going to keep that one to myself and not put it out into the Instagram world. And also, all the pictures that I took were just like of damage, so it's not really like anything fun. I like that burning building.
Yeah.
I'm going to heart that. Yeah.
I heard it.
Wow. So you got there. How many hours were you there before it hit?
3.
3. So did you get to your hotel?
I had an Airbnb. I put my stuff in my Airbnb.